Let's go to work. Hey guys, welcome back to Adventures Uncertainty. It's been a while since we've done a walk around video on the camper. We've done several little updates, and we just want to take an opportunity today to show you guys what we've been up to for the last few months. Alright guys, one of the first things you'll notice that we've done to the WeRoll, it's pretty obvious, is we've finally added a roof rack. I've been wanting to do this for some time. It is a Rhino rack. I believe if we walk around the back here we can see the name. Yeah, Rhino rack. Okay, and it's a, I believe it's a 56 by 72 Rhino rack platform, Pioneer platform. We looked up on this, or I feel like we did. We found it on Facebook Marketplace, and we got this for about a third off of what a new one would be. We spent a couple of days, well, not a couple of days, but we spent a little time mounting it on top, and then if we walk around we'll show you what we did on the other side. Okay, over here, as you can see, we do have the ARB awning back on it, but now we've got 3 of the ARB awning brackets on it. It's just to help support it. That awning is actually a little more heavy than you think it would be. Okay, and that was one of the first major updates we've done recently. One of the next upgrades we made to the WeRoll this summer was mentioned by Alan previously on one of our YouTube videos, on also our Facebook page. He suggested we put a jockey wheel, a jack with a wheel. It's got several names, but it does this number, it locks, and then you just let it up and down. It gives you a lot more clearance. As you can see, I did have to cut off a tab, and I didn't do a very good job of spray painting it, but that's what it looks like. But that just gets it up out of the way a little better. You could hold that up with a bungee if you wanted. I haven't done that yet. This is the first time we've took it out. That just makes it a little easier to move around when there's just one of us to hook it up. So we're gonna give that a shot. We actually have one of these on our other utility trailer. We've got a 5x10 utility trailer, and we've got one on it. For 60 bucks, we thought, hey, why not? It makes life a little easier. It's marine grade. Here's all the information. Yeah. Okay. I think it's worked out really well on our other trailer, so it should be a good addition on the WeRo. Okay. The next addition or modification we've made to the WeRo, guys, is we finally built shelves in the front. Larita's excited about this. It gives us a place to put the AC. We don't have it mounted in permanently. We've got it where we can take it in and out if need be, because we did some discussion about it, and we only used the AC 4, maybe 5 nights in the last year out of 35-ish nights camping. So we don't use it that much, and we don't want to haul it around when we're not using it. It's just taking up valuable space that we could store something else in. And it's also adding extra weight, and there's no point in hauling it around when we're not using it. Therefore, when it gets cold weather, we will be popping this out, putting it in the garage, and then we'll put it back when it's warm weather. We've got a metal tray underneath to help catch the water from condensation. We will slide it out through the hatch like we always do, but that tray is when we slide it back in, there's always some water left in there no matter what you do. Hopefully that tray will catch it. It won't get everything else wet. That's the idea. As you can see, I mean, we just got a few things sitting in here right now, but I'm sure when we go camping on this next trip, we'll have several things stored in this now. This just gives us extra storage that we didn't have before, especially if we're not using the AC. Okay, this did take, it's a pretty good little project as usual. Built it the same method we did the back. We didn't want to film all that and show you because it's the same method we use with the back. But yeah, we got the T-nuts, we've got the bolts, we've got the aluminum brackets, and this is our storage for the front of the WeRo. Another quick little addition we did to the WeRo, guys, just to make it more user-friendly for us, something that we felt like was worth the cost. We bought this tablet holder. A lot of times we'll lay in here at night, we'll watch a little YouTube, we'll research our next destination, and we were holding the tablet in our hand. Well, we bought this. It was off Amazon for less than 30 bucks. 2 screws. It was an easy upgrade. We feel like it'll just make life a little simpler. Okay. Again, it's not really an update, a modification to the WeRo, but one of the changes we've made this year, I mean, we just bought this yesterday. We got it at, I think it was Home Depot. It's a different table. We're going to try this one out. It's more counter height. I believe it comes up to 34 inches. Normal counter height's 36. Compared to the black table that you saw us use so many times in the past, it only had a height of 29 inches. You were kind of slouched over to cook, to do dishes, to prepare food. This is more counter height, although I'm not sure that it's quite as stable, but we're going to give it a shot. It is smaller. It's only 4 foot versus the black one was 6 foot. It's only, I believe, 24 inches wide where the black one was 30. It is smaller, but it's more comfortable height to work at. As you can tell, we haven't done, step over this way, we haven't done a whole lot to the back, actually nothing. We need to clean it out before our next trip, but so far we haven't done anything to it. We have discussed, and we may get rid of one of these blue jugs, because honestly we've never used both blue jugs on a single trip we've been on. So we talked about maybe partitioning this off and putting at least one more shelf here, just again extra storage that we would use because we're not using both blue jugs. That's going to be something more in the future, but we'll see how it goes this year, and we may change that up. Okay, let's walk around to the next little upgrade that we've done. All right, guys, one of the things we did mention when we were at the pine thicket in the woods there, because somebody, me, left it at home, is the cover for this canopy. I left it at home in the bag with our ARB awning. I didn't bring it because I didn't think we'd need it, and then we got over there and I forgot I left this in it. Let me explain what we're trying to do here. We'd love the ARB awning slash screen room. The screen room just gives us so much more versatility. It gives us a place to get in and out of the bugs because it is screen. When it's raining, you can let the flaps down. We can set in there. We've sat there several nights with a heater when it was raining. So we can use it as a living room. We can use it as a screen room if there's a lot of bugs. And then we can use it as a changing area to get ready for bed, or to get up in the morning, or to put our clothes. Having a screen room, it doesn't have to be the ARB, just makes camping with a tiny camper, a WeRoll, a Teardrop, so much more enjoyable, so much more versatile. I believe Rita would agree, I don't think we would go back to not having some type of screen room. It just gives you so much more additional space, so many more options. With that said, one of the downsides that we've learned, and if you watch a lot of these videos where people have any type of awning, and there's been several different awnings where they've tried to correct this issue. I haven't seen one that works 100% yet, especially in the rain we have here in the Southeast. It just fills up with water. I mean, we've tried letting one of the legs down. It fills up with water. I mean, there's been a couple of nights where it rained so much that one of us, even though we had a leg a little lower on one side than the other, we would have to get up every 2 hours and push the water out of it. I mean, it just fills up with water. I know some people's tried putting a pole in the center. That helps, but then it still forms pockets, and it just doesn't. That's the downside to an awning. You can watch, these were maybe developed and traditionally used in either South America and or Australia. They have the same issue. I mean, a lot of rain, heavy rain, and wind, let's this car go by, and wind are the enemies of an awning. In order to combat that, we have bought this canopy, and I know I'm sweating, guys. It's 90 degrees with 80% humidity out here today. It's still hot in South Alabama, so, and the sun's right in my face. But we bought this canopy with the idea that water would hit the canopy, shed off, and not get on our awning. This canopy was approximately $160. It's a 10 by 10. It sets up fairly easy, and we're only going to use it when it's raining. And the rest of the time, as you saw earlier, it will be on top of the WeRoll, just in its case, strapped down. But that's the point, is to hopefully get water off the awning, shedding off, and then we can still enjoy the screen room. Okay? All right, as you just saw, another thing, or you saw when we were at the park, another thing we bought is this ladder with the goal to put everything, or as much as possible, on this roof rack out of the bed of the truck. Remember, we're trying to keep the bed of the truck clutter-free to some extent. We bought this. We can use it for the house. It has household uses. We're gonna use it to change light bulbs, to do cleaning in the house, whatever, little odd jobs around the house. So it's dual purpose. We didn't specifically buy it for camping, but now that we have it, we're gonna use it. It also makes our trucks kind of high off the ground, and it also makes it a little easier to get in and out of the bed of the truck. Like so. I mean, just makes it that much easier to get in and out of the truck. And now watch me. Oh, come up down this ladder. But that's another little thing that we've done. What do we want to do? Like we mentioned earlier, I mean, this is always a learning process. What am I trying to say? It's an evolution. As we do more camping, as we experience more things that work for us, that don't work for us, we will make changes, I'm sure, going forward. As we talked about the back, we may end up taking one of those blue jugs out. We've talked about, we've got a lot of wasted space here to some extent. We've talked about maybe putting a bigger tongue box on. One of the things I would dearly love to do is, since we bought that 20-pound propane tank, is get it out of the bed of the truck, find some place to mount it on this wheel roll so I'm not moving it around, ideally in the back, because we've got a 12-foot gas line cable now, and if we had it in the back, I don't think we would, it'd be very few times we would actually take the tank off the wheel roll. We'd just run that 12-foot cable from the tank to the cooker, whatever we need it for. That's a work in progress. We haven't figured that out. Another thing that we talked about yesterday was maybe some kind of mattress vapor system to go under the mattress. So far, since we mainly camp in the winter, we really haven't had an issue with it, but I know a lot of people have mold build up on the bottom of their mattresses because of condensation, and that's something we keep an eye on, something we're looking at a solution for. Other than that, you know, we've had the wheel roll now for, we bought it in June of last year. This is the 1st of September. We've had it, what, July, August, maybe close to 15 months now, something like that. I believe Loretta would agree, we're overall very happy with it. If we're being truthful, we went about a month ago to a local RV dealership. We toured half a dozen RVs, but at the end of the day, we kept the wheel roll. It just does a lot of things that we want to do right now. Sure, at some point we're probably going to change, but right now we are extremely happy with the wheel roll, and we're looking forward to another camping season in it, starting in about 18 days. Not that we're counting down or anything, but we've got our first camping trip planned in about 18 days, and we have several more this fall. So just tag along with us, guys. Look forward to seeing you.
Hi, YouTube. My name's Paco. Hey, I'm a princess. And I hope you like and subscribe the video, and you push the ding button, and I hope you share our videos. And I hope you're a fan of us, so like and subscribe.